Urgent Dallas Cowboys fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Dallas Cowboys updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Alright, folks, today we're diving deep into what's happening behind the scenes with our beloved Dallas Cowboys as we gear up for the 2025 NFL season. And trust me, there's a lot to unpack, especially when it comes to the Cowboys' roster strategy, their offseason moves, and some intriguing rumors swirling around the running back position. You know how passionate we are about this team, and every offseason, the questions about what needs improvement never stop. And right now, one of the hottest topics among fans and analysts alike is whether Dallas is actually desperate to bring in a star running back like Nick Chubb or J.K. Dobbins. So, buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you might just change how you see the Cowboys' plans for this season. First, let's set the scene. Dallas has had an interesting offseason, to say the least. The team made some significant moves, including promoting Brian Schottenheimer to head coach, which has already sparked a lot of excitement among fans. Schottenheimer is known for his offensive mind, especially his ability to develop quarterbacks and improve offensive schemes, so that's a promising sign. Then there's the draft. The draft. Dallas picked up some talented players, including a promising Texas running back, Jaden Blue, in the 5th round. It's clear that Dallas is trying to rebuild and retool their arsenal, especially on offense. But amidst all these moves, there's still that lingering question: what about the running game? Is Dallas truly satisfied with what they have? Or are they, perhaps, feeling a little bit desperate to add a proven star back to their roster? Because, folks, if you look at the numbers from 2024, they tell a pretty stark story. According to ESPN's Dan Graziano, Dallas's rushing attack was not exactly setting the league on fire. In fact, only 5 teams rushed for fewer yards last season, totaling a mere 705 yards on the ground. That's well below the league average, and it's a clear sign that the Cowboys' ground game needs work. And when you consider that their 6 rushing touchdowns ranked dead last in the entire NFL, it's obvious that something isn't clicking. Especially with the retirement of Zach Martin, one of the best interior offensive linemen in recent history, the run blocking and overall rushing efficiency might take a hit. But what's intriguing is how Dallas is approaching this problem. They did sign Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders during free agency, and both are decent options with the potential to contribute significantly. Sanders, with his power and vision, and Williams, coming off injury but showcasing his talent in Denver, are promising additions. On top of that, the Cowboys drafted Jaden Blue, a talented young back from Texas, in the 5th round. That move hints at a long-term plan, building a stable of backs that can work together, share carries, and maybe, just maybe, develop into something special. But the big question remains: will Dallas add one more veteran to the mix before training camp? Would they go out and sign someone like Nick Chubb or J.K. Dobbins? Well, here's where things get interesting. Graziano's analysis suggests that the Cowboys might not be as eager as some fans think to bring in a star like Chubb or Dobbins. His reasoning is pretty straightforward. Dallas has historically been pretty conservative with their spending at the running back position. Over the past few seasons, they've shown a clear tendency to look for bargains, to find value rather than splurge on big-name stars. The case of Deuce Vaughn and other recent undrafted or low-cost pickups shows that Dallas believes in their ability to develop talent without breaking the bank. Dallas Dowdle's breakout last season, rushing for over 1,000 yards, is a perfect example of how the team trusts in their process of finding hidden gems. They've built a philosophy around that, and it seems to be working. It's also worth mentioning that both Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders are on 1-year deals, which indicates the Cowboys are still testing the waters, looking for productivity without committing long-term resources. Jaden Blue, as a 5th-round rookie, is incredibly cheap and carries very little salary cap impact. So, the big picture here is that Dallas is likely banking on their current roster to develop into a capable running game, with the hope that one of these younger backs will emerge as a consistent threat. Now, don't get me wrong, the possibility of Dallas going out and signing a Nick Chubb or J.K. Dobbins isn't completely off the table. But the skepticism from Graziano and many insiders is rooted in the team's recent history and their financial approach. Dallas has shown that they prefer to find value where others might overspend. Plus, with the cap space they have and their current roster construction, it seems more plausible that they will stick with their current plan, develop the backs they have, give them opportunities, and see who steps up. Of course, the Cowboys are always in the mix when it comes to making strategic moves, especially if a veteran becomes available or if injuries force their hand. But the feeling now is that Dallas might be more patient, more deliberate, rather than rushing to sign a star back for the sake of quick fixes. That's a philosophy that has served them well in the past, and it's likely to continue this season. Now, let's talk about what this means for us, the fans. It's easy to get excited about the possibility of a big-name signing, especially when we hear the rumors about Chubb or Dobbins. But reality suggests that the team is more focused on building a sustainable, balanced attack. Their draft picks, signings, and current depth chart all point toward a belief that they can find production without overspending. This approach is what's kept Dallas competitive over the years, finding those undervalued players and developing them into stars. And if history repeats itself, we might see a few surprises during training camp when one of these young backs finally breaks out. But let's not forget the bigger picture. The Cowboys have one of the strongest defenses in the league, a solid offensive line, and a talented quarterback in Dak Prescott, who's coming off a career-best season. The question is, can they finally put it all together and become a complete team? The running game, while a weak point last year, could be the key to unlocking their full potential. A strong running attack helps control the clock, take pressure off Prescott, and keep defenses honest. So, even if Dallas doesn't sign a big-name back, they're still in a good position if their young guys develop well. And as we look ahead, the expectations for the Cowboys remain sky-high. The NFC East is wide open, and with the right improvements on both sides of the ball, Dallas could be a serious contender. But it all hinges on that running game. If the backs step up, if the offensive line stays healthy, and if the coaching staff can maximize their talent, then this team might surprise everyone. Conversely, if injuries or lack of production at running back persist, then maybe the team will revisit the veteran market later in the season. To sum it all up, the big story here isn't just about whether Dallas will sign Chubb or Dobbins. It's about the team's overall philosophy and their trust in their current roster and development plans. They're betting on their ability to find value, to develop young talent, and to make the most of what they have. It's a calculated approach that might not excite every fan initially, but it's a strategy rooted in past success and a clear vision for the future. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you believe the Cowboys should go all in and sign a star running back? Or do you trust their plan to develop their current backs and find success this way? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the team. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, rumors, and analyses, so stay tuned for all the latest Dallas Cowboys news. We're in the middle of an exciting offseason, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Cowboys!